ADHD in its finest, dude.
Yeah.
Why is my shit all crooked? There we go. Quiet on set.
We are finally back in studio with my boy, my brother, Robbie.
I'm your boy.
Yeah, well, I was going to intro Brian first, and then I realized I should probably intro my brother,
No,
with my brother.
Introduce the special guest first.
You are special, and you are the special guest. Anyways,
not a guest,
these idiots out here don't care about this stuff. With my brother, Robbie, with our boy, Brian Medeiros, with pro rider, business owner,
badass
on a dirt bike,
Hawaiian.
Yeah, we said Hawaiian, didn't we? What that? You do like it trainer, like
jack of all
suspension
trades,
guy.
I know, suspension guy, everything. This guy does everything. So welcome in.
Do it all, dude.
I know it's been.
Stop looking at that, bro. Look at the camera.
I'm making sure
Making
listen,
sure what? Camera doesn't move.
Listen, guy. I'm
Camera
telling you right
hasn't
now.
moved.
I know it hasn't, but I'm making sure because I'm the tech person that has to do all this stuff, and I'm moving this damn thing, dude. Sorry, I just need you, and I just elbowed you in the knee so hard.
Do it again. Do it again.
There.
You're lucky because I was actually going to bring a gel blaster today. And I was going to shoot the crap out of you with it, but
no free ads. No free ads.
It's not
Anyways,
a free ad.
Welcome in.
Could be a free
Brian.
ad. You want to send me one?
I apologize that you have to deal with our antics, but I'm super happy to have you in as our guest.
I'm stoked to be here. Thanks for having me.
We've talked about this for a while, and the last time was it Paula? Was it right? We're right by the Fox Raceway National.
Yeah, I think it was right before it or something, and we were gonna do a pre-show. I think.
Yeah,
I had so much going on for Paula.
Well, you had like 20 people in town too.
Yeah,
which
my house was packed.
If you guys are familiar with Hawaiians, very passionate, very fun, very loving, and they travel together and they don't go separate like by themselves.
No,
like so if you came here, the entire crew was coming.
Yeah,
which I told him it was fine.
It would have been great.
You know,
they also make really good Hawaiian rolls.
Dude, just saying, you're so stupid.
They're really good. I love those things. Make little tiny little sandwiches.
I don't even know if Hawaiian rolls are made in Hawaii. I think they're made like here.
Yeah,
like
I don't think King's is in Hawaii.
Did they start in Hawaii though?
I don't know.
We need. You know what? It was a Hawaiian's recipe, and they whoever did it, they sold it. And then boom, Hawaiian rolls stole it.
I know when you were like thinking about coming on the show, you're like, I'm going to talk about Hawaiian rolls. That's like the first thing that's going to come up.
I know, dude.
But
I know.
But to keep us on track,
we have talk about dirt bikes.
We have a whole lot of questions. We have a whole lot. Stop talking over me. We have a whole lot of questions to go over with you and
give me something.
Everything that you're going. Oh, MXA test rider.
Yeah,
that's what I forgot.
Yeah,
I knew I was forgetting something. So yeah, so tons, dude. It's been a while since I've done this. So
let me ask you a question.
Give me a little grace.
Is that camera recording?
That camera is recording. Yeah.
Are you sure?
Positive.
You want to get up and look?
No, I don't, because I'm sitting here and I'm watching that camera, which is the only one that's important because we are live. We always say we're live.
We're actually
live. I don't know if you've seen like our screw ups before. I always say we're live, like, and then I'm like,
no, we're not, dude.
Yeah, we're
recording.
Yeah, we're recording this. I'm like,
we're not live at all.
But yeah, so we have a whole lot of questions that we're going to get into that involves everything that you're up to and everything that you are going to be doing in the future, all that stuff. Obviously Suzuki, that was probably the biggest question.
Yeah, we got to talk about that.
You both are traders. You both.
So the people let me know in my DMs.
What are you? Are you serious right now?
I was trying to pull up the stream to see if it was working.
God, and you call me the rookie. So we have
I got
a whole
ADHD,
lot.
Dude, there's a difference.
We have a whole lot to talk about, especially. And the good thing about having Brian on the show is you are a pro rider. You know a lot of these guys. You've raced against a lot of these guys. You ride at their level, and you have an aspect and a perspective that we're not going to have, right? And so,
what do you mean?
You're not that fast, bro,
dude.
And so,
the fastest. You kidding me?
You're the fastest at being an idiot.
Yeah.
But you have a whole lot of things that have happened. The first, obviously, is you still have Chase winning or not winning the championship, but leading the championship. Deegan leading the championship in the 250s. Jet's still out. You have a few guys coming back this week.
Roxon's riding a 250.
That's next week, though.
Whatever, same
yeah.
thing.
So we have him, which I do.
Couple weeks.
Yeah. A couple weeks. And so there's a lot that has gone on in the whole moto world. A lot. And I know everybody's like, oh, where the hell have you guys been? I was gone for a while. Then you ended up being gone for a while.
Yep.
And I'll be honest, dude, it is hard doing this podcast, like, and filming and all that kind of stuff. Like, there's a lot that goes into it.
It's really easy. Just show up and film.
Yeah, it is for you guys.
I give you credit, dude. I can't even manage my own social media. I'm not even that big.
See what I'm saying?
Like, I need to hire somebody to help me.
Dude, it's a lot. It's a lot. So we have the obviously the biggest ones that come to mind is I think Chase is going to end up winning it. A few guys are making it interesting, like that will come back and everything. I just don't think that any of the guys that are coming back are going to kind of put a little bit of a fight to Chase. He's just riding on a different level. I think he's gotten that. We said this before, but he's gotten that KTM figured out finally. But I don't understand, and I've said this before, but I kind of want to know, like, maybe your insight into it is, why can't he ride like this when Jet is there? Because he's riding on a different level.
I got the answer for you for sure.
Let's hear
it. Stop
now that Jet's out, Chase can ride at 80% and still pull away from everybody else.
Yeah.
When Jet's there, he has to go up to 100, over 100.
Not comfortable.
You're on that fine limit of where maybe your bike setup's a little bit off. If you're riding over your head and your bike setup's off, it magnifies where you can back it down a little bit, and where he's riding at below 100%. He's comfortable on the bike. The bike's working, doing what it's supposed to, and
so he's out of his comfort zone.
Yes, no matter how much, from my experience, no matter how much you ride, test, practice, when you go to a race, you unlock a different level, right?
Yeah.
So it's really hard to replicate that on the practice track, and I think that's why a lot of these guys make changes after the race. It's because they think they're in this window, get to the race, they're completely off.
So you know that from experience.
Yes. Yeah. I even experienced that on my level. You know, I try to test and say, okay, I got my bike good. I go to a race and it's like, oh, I'm way too soft. Like that's what I experienced at Paula. Like my bike, it's hard out here, right? Because we practice on hard pack and all that stuff. And then when we go to Paula, the track completely different. Nothing like we ever practice on. And got to Paula and my bike was way too soft. Way too soft.
Because they rip it really deep, huh?
Yeah. But it's like, okay, some people, I've said this, is if Chase is capable of doing this, like, then it's just mental. You know what I mean? Like, it's all mental. It's all inside of his head. He has the skill. He's definitely physically able to do it. I think he's like one of the most physically gifted athletes in our sport. And it's just like, at some point you have to say, like, and it's not easy. I don't mean that, but like at some point, with a guy like Chase, is like, dude, you have to stop being a B sometimes and like just send it. You know what I mean? Like if you want to beat these guys, because they're not getting slower, you know, and you have more guys that are going to be coming up that are going to be even harder to beat. Hunter, I think, is going to be hard to beat. I think he's going to give Jet a run for his money. And me being an American, I want to see an American dominate this sport. I mean, Australian. I'm not trying to get all patriot or anything, but I want to see an American be at the top of the level of our sport and give a fight to these Australians. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And I'm like, at some point, like, dude, you got to turn off your head and just ride. Yeah. But when you're riding at the level and the speed that you guys are, I don't know if you're capable of doing that, because it's too see, this is why I don't like being live, because I could just edit this and like nobody would know. But you're the risk is too high at riding at that speed. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's hard, right? Because Chase has so much raw speed that, you know, he could run with Jet any day of the week, but Jet does not make mistakes.
No, he's comfortable at that speed.
And it's getting into that zone, right? Where everything, I just experienced it even for my level this past weekend, where everything's coming at you slow motion. Like, you're off instinct, and you know, you're not thinking, you're just going off. You're making the bike do what you want it to do. And it's hard to get to that level. Like, even for me, I still struggle with it. Sometimes I overthink, oh, my bike doesn't feel that great. But where you need to just be like, okay, the bike does this, and
the bike's riding good.
Yeah.
I just need to suck it up and do it.
Yeah.
So it was just, I mean, for a lot of people probably, whoa, dude, what's going on with my mic? Is a lot of people don't realize you race pro and you race this weekend at Glen Helen.
Yeah.
And you won.
Yeah.
This race.
Nice.
Yeah,
and that was your first pro win, right?
Yeah, first pro win at like Saturday MXs and stuff with that many.
It's badass.
Yeah, did a good job.
Fast dudes there. So
Yeah.
it was cool for sure.
Yeah, I saw a lot of videos of it. You're flying for sure.
But like, I mean, that was a moment where I got into a zone. I rode the bike for the first time in the first moto. Like, I didn't ride it in practice. And
oh, that's right. You were on a different bike completely.
I rode my 250 in practice, and then they're like, "Hey, can you?" MXA was like, "Hey, can you race the Honda 450?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." By the time I got it all set, the bars and levers and everything, practice was already over. So I'm like, "Well, yes, first moto, here we go."
Are you shitting me?
No.
Did Josh ask you to do that?
Everybody, Josh, Joey,
okay.
You know, I personally like doing that.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, okay, I can't overthink it and just go out there and ride it, you know.
But and was it completely stock?
Completely stock Honda 450.
That might be my next bike. I don't know, we'll see.
So
but
do you think you need to bump up into the 450s then?
I think so, dude. The 250s, like, I feel real comfortable on my Husky, but it just gets really hard for me because I'm getting older, so it's that fine balance of I need to ride during the week, but if I ride too much, my body doesn't recover.
Yeah.
And I'd struggle. So I'm trying to find that balance. Like this season before Paula, I was riding a lot, even before Washougal, riding a lot and just not having fun with it anymore.
Right.
And it's just like, oh, dude, my body's so beat by the time it comes to the weekends, where every year that I've had a lot of success is riding maybe once or twice, maybe during the week, but racing every weekend.
That's where you've had more of your success.
Yes. And that's what I miss most about here in Southern California is there's not a race every weekend anymore.
No.
Right? Like Saturday MXs could be every Saturday.
Oh, 100%. They could do a race every weekend here to be packed.
Yeah.
It would do good.
Yeah. That's what I miss the most is racing every weekend.
Yeah. I don't understand why they don't do that.
All right. We will get into more of inside the mind of Brian. But so you have Chase, who I think is gonna win, and I'm not gonna spend a whole bunch of time because we've been off Pro Moto for 2 weeks. But then you have Hayden, and Chance was giving him a run for his money, and then obviously kind of has taken a step back a little bit. But did you foresee Deegan being this good this fast? I mean, because like I said, I'm trying to get the perspective of a pro rider and a pro athlete. And do you kind of like his shit talking and like his kind of persona a little bit? Because I do. I love it. I think more people should do it. And you know what? If you don't like me and I don't like you, I should be like, hey, there it is, dude. I don't like you. Let's talk about it. And let's make it public. Like, let's have those beefs, dude. But I don't know. I don't know what your thoughts are on Deegan, but
yeah, I mean, Deegan, I knew he was going to be good. I mean, he just doesn't care, right? He just sends it. And the shit talking stuff, I don't agree with it sometimes, but to each their own, you know?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's backing it up. So what can you do?
That's my thing is until he gets to the point where he's talking crap and saying like, I'm going to smoke you or whatever. And then he doesn't, and he looks like an idiot.
That's
then it's like
story.
Yeah. Then it's like, all right, maybe you got to back it off a little bit. But I've had a lot of people that are just kind of hating on him for no reason. And I'm like, like
he's also a kid. You know what I mean? He's going to have that mentality and everything. And he's also, like I said, he can back it up. And also he has Brian's his dad. You know what I mean? Where did Brian make himself famous from?
Well, how old are you?
Personality.
I'm 29.
So you didn't, you maybe saw a little bit of it, but you were pretty young for the whole FMX thing.
Dude, I didn't watch any moto until like my senior year in high school, to be honest.
But did you ride?
Yeah, I rode.
Okay. I'm like, dude, there's no way you did not touch a dirt bike until like that late.
No, I rode and raced locally when I was 5, but dude, I didn't have my first cell phone until I was a sophomore.
Okay.
In high school.
Yeah. So life in Kauai, Kauai. So life in Kauai is way different. But that dude, Brian, was this is spitting image of it, and he's following his like whole program to a T, dude.
It's marketing. It's
marketing.
marketing.
Yeah, and he's trying to find somebody to have that battle with, like he did with, like Brian did with Pastrana. Hayden is trying to find somebody to do that with.
Yeah.
And you just Tom Vial, he tried doing it with Tom Vial, that didn't really work.
Yeah.
He's trying to do it with Chance Hymas, that didn't really work. And like all that stuff. Like the only thing I didn't really like that he did or that he posted was the Hymas is cooked thing at the club, like on like the club light thing or whatever. I was like, that's stupid.
Did you see that?
Dude.
Yeah, I seen they were at the club or something.
Yeah, and I'm like, that
put that stuff on
I'm
the
like,
sign
that's
or
dumb.
I
Like,
don't think he put it on there. I think somebody else did.
yeah, but he posted it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did post it.
So,
But did you hear that there's rumors that him, Brian, and the Reeds are coming out with the team in 26?
I just recently heard that from a few people. And
Yeah.
yeah.
And to be honest, Deegan doesn't need to be on a team.
Nope.
No, he doesn't.
Make more money probably being on his own.
Yeah,
than he would.
his own program.
Yeah, he
His YouTube
100
channel, his own sponsorships, everything 38. And I think they're going to call it something Team 38, something like that. But I heard all about that.
I could definitely see him having his own team and being successful with it. The only thing that would be, I think, kind of hard is because, well, especially today, the economy turned kind of red today. We're filming this August, what is it today? The 5th, and it's like one of the worst days in the stock history that we've had. Oh, it is terrible. It's bad today. And so I could foresee like that maybe not working out on timing or something like that, like where you just don't have as many companies kind of backing him with as much money that would be required for him. But I don't foresee them running like a full factory program themselves. Like they would have to have a lot of support. You know what I mean? And like
Chad's already done it. You know what I mean? So he already knows how to do it.
Yeah, but I
So who would they get? They would have 38, Team 38.
Yeah, but how much money do you think he's actually making from all that?
Their
like,
YouTube channel?
No, but like legit, I really don't know.
Their YouTube channel? Millions guaranteed.
Okay, so
guaranteed millions. That's just off their YouTube channel. Look
I'm
how many views they get. Millions of views. Look how many views they get, and then add all that up to the revenue and everything. They make a ton of money just off their YouTube channel.
I just don't know. I don't know.
That doesn't include the merch. That doesn't include everything they sell off the YouTube channel. None of that. And then you got all the endorsements from Monster, everything.
See,
dude.
I think that's where a lot of money, and I do think one day there's going to be a crash with energy drinks, like how Camel Supercross was, way back in the day. At some point,
really healthy racing.
Yeah, like at some point, that's true. But dude, people were smoking like Brock Lover and stuff like that, like on the podium and stuff. That was rad.
It was cool.
But I think at some point, all that money's gonna go away, and it's just gonna be.
I think it's gonna dry up.
What is up with you on your microphone, bro?
It's fallen. Like
I know, dude. I hate you so much. All right.
All it takes is one head of the company to come in and go, we're losing way too much.
Way too much.
That's it. Let's cut.
Yeah, but the CEO of Monster he's huge into motocross.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I know. But
their very first sponsor was Brian Deegan.
I know, with
Hanson's Energy.
I know. I don't know. But could he do it on his own? We're bad. Him and I together, we just kind of go off all the time.
That's what this is, though. It's Moto talk, dude. We don't need to be scripted.
I know. But I'm trying to keep us on track a little bit. I don't foresee them having a full team of their own, but I wouldn't be shocked by it. I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, that kind of makes sense. Like if anybody would do it, if there was anybody out there that's a pro rider that could do it, I could see it being Hayden Deegan.
Yeah,
for sure.
He's got enough people around him, good group of people that they'd figure out how to get the support that they needed for sure.
100%.
I just wonder.
What bike would he ride?
He'd go Honda. He'd ride a black Honda. Like his dad. Yeah.
Running spikes.
Yeah, running spikes. That'd be funny, dude. That'd be really funny. And a lot of people, this is something, and you'd be able to kind of lay an opinion for sure on this because you just did it. I put a hypothetical up on my Instagram. If he won the championship very quickly, right? Like next round or the round, I can't remember how many rounds there are left. But
3.
Okay, so if he won it this weekend or the weekend after, and he was able to ride a 450 at the last race or whatever, should he?
No, because then he'd get, hey, you're dodging rocks in.
Oh, okay. So that was the other question.
Oh,
You're
good
dodging
thinking.
Roxon.
That was the other question, because that would probably be that last
I
round.
didn't even think
And
about that.
that would force him, like, even if he wanted to do it on a 125, he couldn't do it because he's not going to go up against Roxon on a 125.
No,
that's true.
Like,
He'll go
you rode
straight up on a
125,
250.
That's why
I wanted
Yeah.
Roxon to show up on RM 250 so bad.
Yeah.
I was like a 252 stroke, but you can't.
How do you think Roxon's going to do in the 250s though? When's the last time he's ridden a 250?
I think someone said like 2013,
But
2012.
I don't. I don't like it. I don't.
I think it's cool.
I don't. I would rather see Roxon only race the 450 against the 450 guys. He was the only guy last year that came in out of nowhere,
out-qualified Jet.
and out-qualified Jet.
Yeah.
And for me is just like, dude, I don't understand what benefit he is getting at all, unless, and then somebody put this in my head, is unless he's racing a 250 at the Nations, because he's going to ride for Germany.
Yeah.
Right.
So maybe.
And I'm like, oh, maybe he would ride a
some
250.
practice.
But other than that, like, just seeing it, I'm like, dude, I think it's kind of weird.
I think it's just cool for the sport.
Danny Stevenson
general.
and I agree on this about him. Why we think it's weird that he's riding a 250.
Yeah, there's got to be something more to it. I mean, he does like to have a lot of fun and stuff, and that is a fun way to do it. But there's got to be more backstory.
Well, if you really look at
sure.
it, there's no chance for him in the championship or anything like that. So why not just go have fun?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
But man, somebody at that level, from the team aspect, I know that's a lot of work to get.
Yeah.
A 250F ready for someone at that level.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, I'm going
Because
to kill you with your
don't-
microphone.
Mind your business. We're having a conversation.
I mean, HEP is not a 250 team. I mean, they had 250s from World Supercross, but I wonder, they were built by Twisted, so they got to be pretty close to a Bar X spec, I'd imagine. But I mean, still, to get all that together for a one race effort, that's a lot of work.
I don't know. To me, it just doesn't make sense. But
I mean, suspension and everything, all that's got to be different.
yeah.
What class is easier, 450s or 250s?
Dude, they're both stacked right now.
Are they?
They're like,
Well,
there's
coming
always
from a
gonna be-
professional standpoint opinion, you know what I mean? Which class do you think would be easier to race?
Okay, so I was just thinking about this earlier. And honestly, both classes are really stacked. You're always going to have the top guys, right? In both classes. But now there's more dudes in both classes that are at my level. We're similar. There's more bubble guys.
Yeah.
So there's more guys fighting to qualify and get in, or like at points or right below points. There's more of those guys that don't get talked about. That are now, it's like, I mean, Washugo, I think there was like 75, 80 guys in both classes.
Really?
Jeez.
Yeah, and Washugo is normally the lighter one because no one comes from back east to race it. But this year it was stacked.
It was packed.
Yeah.
I will say though, that is the lifeblood of our sport. Are you guys, right? You're trying, privateers.
I'm all about the privateers.
And Gypsy, that was the dumbest thing you could have ever said, is privateers matter so much to the sport, that if what you're saying right there, where there's like so many people that are involved in this sport, without them, the sport would die very quickly. You know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta have privateers.
And like, sure. and the week in and week out battles and like all that kind of stuff. And you guys striving, you're working a job, right? You're not just you, but like somebody's working a regular job. And my boy Connor Olson, you know, CEO.
Yeah, we were parked next to each other at Washugo.
So he's a Fox rep. He works for Fox, Moto Fox. And he works a day job in sales, and then just was like, I'll try qualifying, you know, like for Washugo. I think he went to Washugo too. And Paula, like the easy ones, right? But it's just, how cool is that? Like in any other sport, you can't do that. And so I know that was one of Jace's arguments, but you can do that in our sport. And to me, that's why our sport is so unique and why it's so different and why it's so freaking cool.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
but at the same time, I get what Jace is saying, is trying to get it to that next level of premium sports or whatever. But we still need to have the privateers, but a lot of us privateers need to broadcast our stuff, and like with YouTube, social media stuff.
Agreed.
So that the average person can relate to it.
Yeah.
Because no one can really, like, you see Deegan and all this on TV, but the average person can't relate to what that's like.
Yeah.
You know, they can relate to someone like Connor or someone like me that works a normal job, goes down the dealership, buys a bike, and tries to go and race, you know?
Mhm.
But that's on us. We need to do a better job at that. But yeah, I mean,
you don't work a normal job, do you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he owns his own business.
Yeah.
Well, the suspension and all that. Yeah. Well, yeah. But I was gonna say, like, outside of Moto, you're not clocking 9 to 5 or anything.
No, but
you
do have your own business.
Yeah,
yes.
I do have my own business, and it's more than a 9 to 5 these
Oh,
days.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
you know, still, like, yeah, I get the freedom to go out and ride and stuff. But if I go out and ride in the morning, I know that night I'm working.
You're
till
busy.
midnight or
Yeah,
11 o'clock,
dude.
you know, it's like,
seriously.
Yeah. You're like, oh crap. Like I'm putting off all this stuff that I gotta do later.
Yeah.
It's like this dude shows up to the track every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday,
Dude, I haven't
Saturday,
ridden-
Sunday.
I've ridden
and I'm
twice.
over here climbing through an attic trying to help one of my technicians
Bro.
fix an air conditioner.
Bro.
You know, oh, I'm at the track. Why aren't you
Twice.
gonna ride this weekend?
How
Dude,
many-
I gotta work, bro.
Idiot. How many times have you ridden in the past, like since we haven't been doing this podcast, how many times have you ridden? Like 4 or 5?
I think 3.
Liar. I've ridden
think 3.
twice. I've
Dude,
ridden
you're
twice.
in Ireland.
And yeah, and I was on a cruise after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not like
Yeah.
you're sitting at home doing nothing.
I know, but I want a moto. Like
Then
I
let's
wanna
moto
ride.
this weekend.
No, it's yeah, this weekend I can. It's too hot. I was gonna go this weekend. It was
Did
way
you-
too freaking hot.
Yeah. How hot was it
it
this past
was- I
weekend?
think it was at 104 Saturday.
At Glen Helen, right?
Yeah.
That's where you raced.
No,
yeah.
Thank you.
It's so you have, I mean, all the stuff that happened with Moto and all that. We're gonna get a whole lot more insight into that as this races this weekend. Thank God. I'm so tired of not having races.
I got a question
You had
for
Loretta.
you.
Oh, what? Go ahead.
You left me, bro.
What do you mean?
You left me. We were Team Banana.
Bro, you left
left
before
first.
him.
You left first.
No, we didn't.
Yes, you
Yeah, you
did.
did.
Yeah, you bought a Cowie and left Suzuki.
No, I
before he
didn't.
did.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you went to Husky before I bought a Cowie.
I don't think so.
I bought my Husky after Hangtown.
Gonna have to look right
First
now.
week of
Oh,
June.
so yeah, he
You
might
did
be
because
right.
Yeah.
because you
He
were
might be
one
right.
of the last deciding factors of me getting a new bike.
Yeah,
Was seeing you get a different bike.
dude. I'm
I'm not even joking.
Oh,
Remember
okay. It doesn't matter. Are you having fun on your
June
bike?
30th.
Are you having fun on your bike, bro?
See,
Yeah. I'm
my
having
bike, my bike
blast.
already had about 20 hours.
Yeah,
put in.
exactly. dude.
Yeah.
Mine had maybe an hour. Maybe an hour.
That's because you never ride,
Yeah, I know.
and you just complain about not riding.
Someone's got a job, dude.
I
Someone's gotta
do
work.
too.
Yeah,
We're
what?
actually sitting in my office, technically.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
studio podcast.
I know we are back in our
Filming.
OG studio. This is where it all started.
It is. I actually like it.
I do too, because it's about 200
Anyways.
degrees in the garage.
Anyways, you left me, dude.
Yep.
You left me.
Yeah. I just honestly, I really love my Suzuki, and my Suzuki works really, really well. I just couldn't afford to keep riding it.
Really?
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah. The maintenance.
As
I
in-
mean, XPR built me a solid motor that anybody can go out and buy, but it was really expensive and
Yeah.
it takes a lot of maintenance. And I mean,
Yeah, it's a full
I work
race
on
motor.
my own bikes.
Yeah,
too,
yeah, yeah.
So it's like, and then my practice bike was just a stock one.
Yep.
So I would get on the race one and be completely different.
Yeah.
And then when I'd ride the race one, I'm like, oh man, I gotta tighten my cam chain. You know, I put 2 hours on it. I gotta go tighten my cam chain and all this stuff. And I'm like, I just can't do it no more.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it's different with a race motor. You have to prep it and maintain it differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're doing piston every 8 to 10 hours. So
Ooh.
it's like,
Gee.
you know, you rack up 8 to 10 hours real quick.
I know.
Riding 3-4 days a week.
So you were already thinking about moving for a while,
I wasn't, honestly.
or
and
until
then-
you rode the Husky and you're like,
Yeah, and I was like, honestly, the deciding factor to me was I got on the Husky and I was able to go my speed that I was going on my Suzuki easier.
that's the same thing I feel
Mm.
with my bike now.
So, and with me having to go to work, I don't want to ride at that absolute limit all the
Right.
time. So if I could ride a bike that I could go faster on easier, that was the deciding factor for
That's
me.
exactly the way I feel with my new bike is I can still go my speed, but I'm able to ride the bike easier.
Yeah.
And still
Yeah.
be that fast.
Yeah. I mean,
You know?
I'll always have a soft spot in my heart for Suzuki.
Oh, yeah.
If they make a new bike, I'll be the first one to go and try it. you
Oh
know?
yeah,
Like,
dude. My
100%.
freestyle bikes were Suzuki. My last bike before the 22 RM was a Suzuki. You know what I mean? The bike before that was, well, those were my freestyle bikes, but they were pretty much Suzuki for a long time.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah,
so I loved it.
I was on Suzuki's. Suzuki was my first big bike. So
Yeah.
I've always got on them and felt comfortable, but it's just, man, it's hard with everybody else
It's understandable.
elevating so much.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, their platform is good, but everybody else is getting better.
Yeah.
So it's getting harder and harder to get a Suzuki to be competitive. I mean, at my level, I mean, I need every advantage I can get.
Yeah.
You know? So
yeah, you don't want to be already at a disadvantage like going into it. Yeah.
No, I get it. It's weird hitting that push button now though, huh?
I still reach for the Kickstarter.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I did it a couple times.
Yeah.
I did it.
So Loretta's was this weekend. That was the other thing I wanted to cover. Other than that we're gonna bump completely into what
drink, bro.
That's mine.
No, mine right there.
Oh,
that you put on the ground.
Here you go.
Funny.
Look, it was not.
It's got hydration
champagne
in there. Liquid IV.
We popped that bottle of champagne over there and start going everywhere. You didn't have any riders that you brought over or anything that went to Loretta's, right?
No, not this
okay.
year.
All right.
Yeah,
Loretta's was apparently very hot. I don't know if you saw.
Some people throwing up, getting heat stroke.
Yeah, Kiefer, I think, got heat stroke. He said, he said it was
really?
he said it was the worst he's ever felt on a dirt bike. I could be wrong with that, but I'm pretty sure if I remember seeing that right. And you had a whole bunch of people out there. My boy Brian, Brax, Bam.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he won his 10 to 12 class, which is super rad. The whole Mess family, congratulations. I think he's going to come on the podcast next week.
Let's go.
And I was like, dude, I want to get a perspective from him and his dad.
Yeah.
On like amateur moto. Yeah.
Nice.
Because they just went to. They did the USA.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. He was representing
donations.
USA and the mini donations or whatever. Yeah, which is super cool. But like, did you watch much of it? Have you raced Loretta's?
I raced Loretta's once, but it was in 2020 when the COVID stuff was going on. So I didn't get the full experience. I was 25 at that time, so I could go in 25 plus, but I want to go back for sure.
You could.
Me and my dad never got to experience that as a kid. So next year I'll be 30. So I think 25 plus and 30.
Yeah.
Because I can race 30 because I haven't scored a national point.
Oh,
and I haven't qualified for a national this year.
Okay.
So if you qualify for an AMA Pro National, I wouldn't be eligible to race Loretta's in 25 or 30
because of it. Okay. But so you have a unique perspective on it too, is you see all these people that are bitching and complaining about like ex-pro riders, like retired riders racing in it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, look, if you're going by the guidelines and the rules, there ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, but it was a pro class.
No, I know, but like people are upset that like those top level guys like Shorty, Short.
Yeah, but they've been retired for a while. It doesn't matter. It's still a pro class.
Fast.
It's a vet pro class.
I know.
So
Short is so fast, dude. Like,
but if you don't want to race those guys, race 30 plus. None of those guys are allowed to race 30 plus.
So speaking of Andrew Short, are you friends with Mike Brown?
Oh, he was pissed.
I know Mike Brown, got to talk to him a little bit, but I wouldn't say it like.
You see how mad he was?
He was mad.
It was everywhere.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about how pissed off and he threw a fit. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's like, I don't know. Like, if you're going to get mad about it, that's fine. But like, do better.
But I think like, no matter how old any of those guys get, once they put that helmet on, they're 20 again. Like that racer mentality never leaves.
Yeah. I wrote Jeff Emig because he won it. Not this weekend. Last year. And so he won it, and he posted his story about him running the number one. And I was like, dude, so he posted that story, and I was like, relax, big guy.
He was running the number one?
Yeah, and I gave him a flip off emoji. I'm like, he just laughed. He thought it was funny. I'm like, dude, I'd run it if I could.
Dude,
like,
Jeff's a funny dude.
Yeah, he is super funny. But like there was really good racing all over. There was guys that I haven't really heard of that I think are gonna be big names in the sport. I do find it super weird and random that 50s race there. I mean, I'm not trying to take anything away because there's some kids that absolutely rip on 50s, but I'm like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just like one of those things where it's like, maybe wait till you're on a 65 or an 85 or something like that to be at like such a national level. I don't know. On the 50s, it is just kind of a weird thought I had, and I might get murdered for that, but it's just kind of weird to me to see kids on 50s. But
I mean, they get used to racing at that level at such a young age, right? So then maybe it'll help them for 65s, and I see why. Yeah, there's a benefit to racing it on 50s.
I just don't want. I don't want to get blown out on racing like
you see that
like at that level.
On that one kid on a sight lap, his bike wouldn't start, so you got all those people that surrounded him trying to.
That was cool. See, that's what I love.
That's a local kid from around here.
What's it? Do you know his name?
There was or it happened twice.
To the Cobra.
It's my buddy Brock Armbruster's kid.
Armbruster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
His
Ezra.
Kid, Ezra went from last to 6th.
Yep.
In a
Really?
Moto.
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, dude.
They were half a lap ahead by the time he left the starting line and finished 6th.
Oh,
So I thought that so it wasn't a sight lap.
Somebody
It
made
was an actual race because he took off like it was a race. I was like,
well,
I
I
thought
saw
this was a sight
that
lap.
one.
Yeah.
And I think there was another Armbrusters was the other one.
That's pretty cool to see everybody come together though to help.
Yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
So remind me, I do want to talk about this. The comment AJ Catanzaro made. I want to get to that. I don't know if you saw it. Oh, you haven't seen it? Oh, dude. All right, I'll get to that in a second.
Was it about me?
Yeah, it was actually. Yeah, it was how ridiculously good looking you are, and he wanted to take you out on a date.
Hey, let's do it.
You are, you are Chris Pratt's lookalike.
I am.
Yeah, he actually wanted to be a stunt double. I'm not kidding.
I emailed his manager asking to try to be a stunt double. I never heard back.
Yeah, shoot your shot.
I don't know if it was the right
Shoot your
email,
shot, bro.
I don't know if it was the right email. Imagine if it was, and he wrote me back and said, "Let's do it."
Yeah.
Where my life would be right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You never know. You just send the email.
You
Worst
always
thing
gotta
you do
take-
is not respond.
I know. Yeah.
Dude,
All right. It's in the
whatever.
same boat you're in
You
before.
gotta take the shot.
But I thought it was really good racing this year. I'm happy it didn't rain like crazy. You know, like I didn't watch it every single day because there was just so much going on. And I always forget Loretta's is 3 motos.
Yep.
I for some reason in my head, I'm like, oh shit, yeah, that's right. There's 3 motos. And just seeing really good racing. Drew Adams, where the hell is he going to get a ride? You know what I mean? Like because if he's going to be riding for PC, where? You know, like especially they signed Marchbanks for the rest of the year. I don't know if he'll be there next year, but you have all these guys like, how is Drew Adams not locked up with a factory ride? You know what I mean? The guy's killing it in Canada. He's doing it in, I don't remember. He killed it in Loretta's. He did the futures and he did pretty well. He had, I think, one race where it wasn't that good. I can't remember exactly. And then you just had all sorts of things. And so like you have those guys that I'm like, I don't understand how Drew Adams does not have a ride set up for next year. You know,
my personal opinion on amateur racing, and I'm probably gonna get some shit for this, but I think like if you're racing Loretta's, you should have a factory ride. Make it like how it was back in the day where you win the A class. Okay, now you earned your contract.
Yeah.
That evens the playing field for everybody.
Well,
Say like a privateer kid that his family's investing all that they have. Like say
sold their house to get there.
CJ Bernard.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Supported by AEO, but not on a factory level. But the dude's in the top 10. Like, imagine if everybody was on privateer bikes and okay, we race Loretta's and we're racing for a contract.
Yep.
Put something on the line with these guys.
That's actually great.
These guys are like, they go to Loretta's. They're like, yeah, okay. Yeah. If I do good, great. If not, I've already got my pro deal.
It's true though. It's true.
You kind of earn that. That's fair. I kind of like that.
If you put some kind of incentive on the line like that, I think it would make the racing.
And then you really see who can deal with the pressure.
Yeah. Who really wants it.
And you might find these guys that don't have the factory ride and go, dang, that kid's a digger, you know, he works hard. Like,
but you have Cole Davies switch from gas randomly, you know, and go to Star, which I swear to
pretty gnarly,
dude. Okay. How many guys can Star sign?
Dude, 34.
Like, dude, I was going to make a reference to like an old star of the 80s in a certain kind of film industry, you know, and I'm like, just going after guy after guy after guy, dude. Like, I'm like, how many can they do, dude?
Yeah.
But like, for real is like, how many people can ride for Star? Like,
you see the Beyond the Gate with, I forget, I think that's what it's called, or whatever. But one of the videos,
Star Racing one,
it was in their shop, and on the left side alone, there was like 15 bikes. On the right side alone, there was like another 15 bikes. You're like, how do you guys afford this?
I don't know.
I was bummed when Star moved to Florida, because when they were here, they would sell the bikes at the end of the year.
Oh yeah.
And the only thing that would have time on them was the frame. And you get a brand new or current Yamaha 250F for like $5,500 bucks.
For cheap.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just go to Florida at the end of the year.
You could. You just drive down and
Yeah.
pick up like in a U-Haul and pick up like 7 of them. You know,
Yeah.
come back and sell them. You know what I mean? Dude, it'd be funny.
People would buy him for sure.
Anything else on Loretta's that you guys saw? I
Yeah,
don't think.
my wife texted me and said, because she's watching, she says, Brian left the banana first. You were second.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay.
I just had to throw that in there.
investigators. Dude.
Yeah.
Karina, hello.
Yeah.
Bryn Laney, hello. Is Cash and Gianna there?
No.
Oh, well, hi, Cash and
Bryn's
Gianna.
watching right
anyways.
now, though.
Oh yeah,
She
dude.
just tried to
Brain.
FaceTime me.
Yeah, is
I hope I wasn't your excuse to your wife to be like, hey, see, Brian.
see,
switched.
No, you were.
I did.
You
You
were.
wasn't. No,
Yes,
no,
you
no, no,
were.
no, no,
Don't
no.
lie,
No,
don't
hold
lie.
on. Shut.
Nope. You were. Dude.
You
He
weren't.
said
You
Brian
weren't my
switched. That was.
excuse. You weren't my excuse, but you were definitely one of my deciding factors.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now.
definitely
door,
helped.
his wife's gonna be outside. You are the
Yeah.
problem.
I
Yeah.
She was all for it, dude. She actually pushed me more because she knew I wanted to than I pushed myself on getting a new bike. You were just probably the last deciding factor on me moving.
I feel like I could find the text where we talked about you switching, and Robbie was like, I think I'm going to switch.
Yeah.
And so he's right where it wasn't like the main decision, but like
it was, you were like my final decision. Seeing the switch. I'm like, if Brian left though, he was like Team Suzuki hardcore like me for life. If he left, and I'm like, well, maybe I should too then.
Yeah.
You know, it was like my last deciding factor.
See, and I love everybody over there at Suzuki's. Like Chris
you were there
Wheeler,
forever.
Tim, everybody there has always been super nice to me, and those guys are awesome. But
you gotta do what you gotta do for
a
yourself,
bike, man.
Yep,
I
get it.
A new bike.
I get it. I definitely get that.
All right, so to AJ Catanzaro's comment.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah. Tell me.
So he basically said that Jet. Oh, dude, somebody in the chat help me with this. Jet or Hunter, I can't remember which one is. Corey, we'll go back to that comment. This Suzuki one, I do want to talk about that with Colt. But he was saying that Jet or Hunter, I can't remember who, said that if he dedicated 5 years, it was Hunter, if he dedicated 5 years of his life of straight working hard at Moto and like training every single day at the absolute top level he possibly could, had the absolute top factory equipment, all that stuff. And I'm butchering this a little bit, but he had all the right equipment. He had all the right trainers, all that stuff. And he did it for 5 years, that AJ would win a national. And the way I feel like I'm saying that correctly, because when he said it, I'm like, no, you fucking couldn't. You know, like the way
he's pretty good, but
I don't. But AJ is like really good technically.
He is.
And I mean, having that team and support and the equipment to do it, I think would be beneficial. But
it would help.
It would depend. I honestly think I wish they would do like Red Bull or something would do like a test on his brain.
Right? Oh yeah.
Because I think it's a different level genetic that like, dude, the dude looks like he's just riding at.
He doesn't make mistakes.
Like everything's in slow motion, you know. But I think that's
I don't know.
A tough one.
But to me, that is like it's disrespectful to the guys that have busted their ass and have won nationals and stuff like that. And I want to say it was just a race. I don't think it was a championship. Why is it disrespectful though? Because it was like if
he's gonna put in the time, the work and the time and everything,
dude, I gotta find it, dude. It was like the way he did it on that video was just like, dude, I watched it, I'm like, no shot. So I could be wrong with how this is kind of the other bad thing about being live is I could watch it really quick and then hold on,
it could like maybe the way he delivered it.
Maybe hold on.
Did he post it?
Yeah, I think he did. AJ. All right. No.
So why he figures that?
Yeah. Hold on here. I'll let you listen.
Win a championship if I train for 5 years straight. All right, public service announcement.
Oh wait, hold on. This is his rebuttal.
Face it to the camera.
Then that's the red flag.
To the camera.
Stop right there and just
you won't be able to see.
Check yourself. Yeah. Because that was my problem. Now that I think that's a lot of people. Yeah. Now that I recognize that I don't know anything is when I'm actually can absorb and learn all of it. Even if you feel like
that might not be it.
This guy did.
I know I'm an idiot. Maybe it was on. Damn.
So you know what I was stoked? You figured it out. You know what I was stoked?
I'm finding it.
Remember when I saw you at Paula not that long ago?
Yep.
And you told me you weren't moving anymore?
Yep.
I was pumped.
I'm getting into that. We're getting into that.
Oh,
don't worry.
On, man.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff that happened behind the scenes, personal life wise, that influenced that decision. But
yeah, we'll talk about your documentary too.
Yeah.
You don't get into anything you don't want to get into. Straight up.
No. It's all good. It's just, sometimes people's lives go in different directions. And
why?
I feel like
I must be missing something.
Oh, I got it. I found it.
I don't have a chick anymore.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that's what I started thinking. You don't?
No.
So that's why?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean to bring that up.
Good. It's all good.
Okay. I didn't realize that.
It messed me up, honestly, for a little bit. And you know what? everybody serves a purpose, and my purpose here, I don't feel like is done. And
I don't think so either.
Stuff happened. Wish them all the best. Whatever. We both go our separate ways, and now I got all my Hawaii boys coming back for 2025.
You're doing it big again. Yeah, with all that. But
I'll have to ask you.
I found it. So I need to button this up, dude. Because
I got so many questions.
We are gonna get to it.
No, but I can't ask on camera because I don't want to.
Then don't
ask him.
No, because I can't edit it. Yeah, so don't anything. Hold on.
We do it raw around here.
I can just show you something.
If I train for 5 years straight, because that's what Hunter said. And I asked Hunter that. I was like, hey, can I just run an idea by? I was like, I kind of want to run an experiment. I was like, do you think if I did it for 5 years and really stuck to a good plan, that's possible? And he goes, yes, you just need the bike. Mm-hmm.
Oh, so AJ's not the one.
So you think I could do that? And he goes, yes, absolutely. You just need the bike. I think that I could win.
So that wasn't AJ being like, yeah, if I had this or this and this, I could do that. That was him just asking Hunter, hey, do you think if I had this, do you think there's a chance? And Hunter said yes.
I don't know. I don't like the whole thing. It kind of pissed me off. I don't know why.
I don't mind it.
And that's fine. That's okay. We're in America, dude. We're in America. We can have our own opinions.
I say only one way to find out.
Just do it.
What are you doing the next 5 years, AJ?
But dude, homie, chill out. You
guys remember this picture?
I know it's back.
Oh,
what? Dude, we're falling off. The wheels are falling off, dude.
Brian's breaking
real
things,
loose.
Dude.
It is a very loose program. It was, I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know what it is. Like, I think.
Yay or nay?
Oh, he's asking.
Still good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I wanted to bring him up, but I was like, is that a sore subject?
No,
you know what I mean?
No.
So, anyways, don't cover up the American flag.
Not putting
we don't cover the American flag, buddy.
You don't want to show people where you go to bed in?
No, I wake up in that.
Oh,
that's what I wake up in.
Yeah, so you go to bed in it then?
No, I wake up naked and then I put that on. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah.
Then how do you wake up in it?
I got you, you son of a bitch.
How do you wake up in it if you wake up naked?
I don't know. What I mean? Ruthie, dude, you're such an idiot, dude.
Sorry.
I love you so much, but you are
my bad.
Yeah, it's okay. As long as you don't break it. I cannot wait to make you one of like you in like 80s dolphin shorts or something.
I'll do it, dude. Let's do it.
I don't know.
Hang it proudly.
The whole thing with AJ, it rubbed me the wrong way. It is what it is. It doesn't have to, whatever. I mean, and everybody has their own opinion. I just think that there's a certain you have to have a certain skill level as well as the work ethic and the equipment and all that kind of stuff to be able to compete at the top level of any sport. You know what I mean? There's an aspect of it too. You know, and so I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way. That's all.
But like thinking of it like more in depth as like from a rider's perspective, I mean, imagine AJ's an awesome rider.
He is a very good rider.
Technically, almost perfect on the bike.
Yeah.
But imagine having factory equipment, having the top level trainers, and then riding with Jet and Hunter for 5 years.
Yeah,
and learning everything.
I'll tell you right
really
now,
dang good.
I would win the local races for sure if I did that.
My guy.
Yeah.
I would for sure be the local fast guy.
Smoke Brian.
That is never going to happen. Yeah, that is 100% never going to happen.
We were talking about you, I think, on the last podcast, and I was talking about you. How freaking fast you are, dude. You're really good.
Oh, the podcast when you told Vicky that you blew her goggle strap off.
Yes.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't that podcast. It was the last
shit
podcast
talker over here. Yeah.
Oh yeah. When I smoked Vicky. Yeah. It happened, bro. It really did.
We did actually come up with something with our boy Marshall. You know Marshall.
Yep.
We did come up with something, and Brian from Fox Raceway is what level of a bike would they like have to ride? Where we did like a tandem race where Robbie and I would beat them because like they're super fast. You're faster than they are, but
Brian's got a pro license.
Brian
rips on a bike.
Yeah.
Yes. But stamina wise, I think you would probably end up getting him after a while, you know, like
maybe, yeah,
that would be
Marshall rips too.
Yeah, he does.
That's what I was
Marshall's
talking about.
just not scared to hold that thing.
No, dude, Marshall.
Every time
he's got problems,
before
bro.
He got hurt,
yeah,
we were getting ready for Mammoth, and I'm like, come on, Marshall, jump in for a moto behind me, and he would wait. I'm like, okay, I'm doing a 30. And he would wait till about 15, 20 minutes and then ride him I got 10 minutes left. Marshall's fresh. And all I hear is a rev limiter behind me. And he's right on me for those last 10 minutes.
He's
and
fast,
like,
dude.
He's really, really good. Marshall, I love you to death, dude. I don't know if he's injury prone or what, but
he's got to stay off the ground, dude.
This guy hits the ground more than
he's pushing it. He pushes it hard, dude.
And I think that's what it is he's comfortable pushing that limit.
Dude, he does not care. He doesn't care if he's going faster than he should in a section, doing it faster than he should. Don't care, still sending it.
I think he's just comfortable in that gray area.
When you do that, that's when bike setup comes into play, you know, because maybe if he has his bike set up great for, you know, just at 80%, and then he goes and tries to go 100% and the bike's not set up for that, it makes a big difference at higher speed. I feel like bike setup.
So what I was getting at is, we were talking on the last podcast, it was the one that we streamed or did a video chat on. I was saying, watching all the privateers and the top 20 up or whatever it is, seeing them ride around the track and then watching you in person ride around, like if you were to qualify, when you do qualify, I think your endurance, cardio and everything, I think you would smoke those dudes.
See, that's
I really
problem.
do. Me watching them ride on TV, but I'm watching, but
dude,
your endurance, your cardio and everything. Yeah, I understand that. But 20 minutes in and your cardio is still there and theirs isn't, I think you would smoke those dudes.
I mean, I can do 30, 35 minutes, 40 minutes at my highest level all day long, but your day depends on one lap.
Yeah, see, that's what I don't like.
It's one lap.
Yes.
That's what we're talking. We're talking about watching that race. I'm like, Brian's faster than a lot of these guys, dude.
Yes.
Like,
I see. I see. Okay, I see what you're saying. Like we witness people, like names. I'm not going to name names, but we've seen people that do qualify.
Yeah,
and then you're like,
and then I'm
that's
like, when I brought it up, I said Brian could smoke these dudes.
Yeah, and I'm like, how is he qualified for that? And you know, Brian or some other people that I know, I'm like, how do they not qualify? And then it's like,
that's your sprint speed when it comes to qualifying, huh?
Yeah,
you have to have one lap, dude.
Yeah.
And and the problem is when his class, not class, your B practice or C practice or whatever.
Yeah.
When most of the time when they go out, they get the shittiest, like hardest, slowest track.
No.
You know, like when you first went out your first moto at Paula, and it's just all sludge and mud and all that stuff. Like, how are you expected to go that fast?
It's been better now. They haven't really like completely flooded it. I think in 2022, that when I did qualify, that hot day.
Yeah, I was there.
I almost didn't make it up the hill the first lap. It was so muddy. I mean, I was in first gear and like, like barely made it to the top.
I have a photo of you coming down. Yeah, coming down. That's right.
Yeah.
Karina's gonna love that part though. Because I'm always making dirt bike noises. And she's like,
burr, burr,
I mean, Washougal was my fault. The bike was good enough to qualify. I was riding decent, but it didn't help. I false neutral in the 10 or the whoop things on the first lap and dislocated my finger.
You know what I love about what you did going up there? You wrote everybody's name on your front fender.
Oh yeah,
everybody that supported you to get you up there. You showed love to all of them.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin Moran's I think was the first one to do that, but even doing that and not qualifying, that's what tore me up the most. I think, because it's like, dude, I asked all these people for help and I didn't deliver.
No,
and that's like my biggest critic is myself. Like, I was so like, we stayed and hung out, watched the race, enjoyed it, but that drive home, I was
pissed.
But you tried though, and you tried your hardest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what's important. It'd be a different story if you went up there and all these people supported you and you half-assed it. That'd be a different story. Yeah. But you tried your ass off. You know what I mean? And I'm sure everybody that supported you is proud of you for doing that. Dude.
Yeah. But at the end of the day,
you're still going to be hard on yourself.
Yeah,
I'm the same way though.
I don't want to ask for help if I'm not going to deliver.
Yeah, I get that.
That's what pissed me off the most. And that's what now I'm like, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask for help until I make one of these things.
Yeah, but those people,
I don't want to ask for no help unless, like, say I make merch or something and they buy it. At least I know they're going
to get
something from it. Yeah.
Well,
but I will say what you're saying on that is I would give you that without expectation, because I'm like, hey, I'm helping fund your dream.
Yeah.
So
I didn't even know. I'm sure most people, that's why they do it. But for me, I'm like,
you need to text me next time, because I would have supported you to get my name on there too.
Put it in a show first, and then we'll hit you up on that.
No, seriously. Let me know next time. Let him know next time. I'd be more than happy just to even get you there, dude.
Yeah. Nah, it's just, well, that's the thing, right? It's getting there and everything is half the battle, but bottom line is I need to perform and I need to be better.
So what's your next round that you're going to try? You're obviously going to do next year, Paula.
Yeah, next
Fox
year.
Raceway.
Honestly, probably next year, because all the rest of them are pretty far, and I want to make sure that I'm at my highest level. I know what I need to work on, and you know, I'm 29. Everyone's like, "Well, why are you doing this?
Why not?
You're old." I'm like, "Well, I haven't raced. I haven't been here racing my whole life. I didn't.
Yeah.
I mean, I moved here in 2013, and I raced because there was a Loretta area qualifier in Hawaii. I raced that. Met a dude named Brian. He invited me out to stay at his house with his wife and his family for the regional. So I'm okay. Me and my dad, we shipped my bike up and whatnot. And you're like, okay, I bought a one-way ticket, had $500 in my pocket. I'll be like, okay, I'll see you guys after the regional. I never left.
Yeah.
You know, just things snowballed, met good people, and like opportunities kept coming up to where I could stay. So yeah, I've been here ever since. So that's
okay. So we'll get into all that. Do you need a break? Are you guys good?
I'm solid.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
So that was one of the things that a lot of people wanted to know. And you've told me before how you came over and like how that all kind of happened and everything. Mm-hmm. But so now, so we'll kind of get a reintroduction of you. Is you are a pro rider. So you came over and you raced and you're a racer. Then you started your own business. You're training, you're test riding for MXA.
Yep.
You know, like you're doing all this stuff for motocross action. What else did I miss? That's it, right?
That's how I can support you.
Well, I help a lot of my buddies have too. So I'll go out and help them if they have big groups or whatever.
Yeah. So like training and
help
stuff.
Stapo at the house.
That's how I can support you. I just figured it out and I'll get something out of it. You can train me. I'm 100% serious.
Nice. Yeah, that'd be fun.
You don't want to train him, dude. You'd rather train a 6-year-old than
I see potential.
I do too. He's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I've said this. I've said this a million times. I will smoke him right now because he doesn't ride enough.
Yeah.
If he rode more, I would. You know what's really weird? You know what has changed? You used to be the guy that would jump things first, and now you make me do it.
Yeah.
It was always him, dude. Always.
I'm a wuss now.
Yeah, like and like
I don't know why, dude. I could going riding freestyle ramps, whatever. I would just look at something like
and be fine.
Yeah.
Be good with it. Now I'm like, I don't know, dude.
I'm like, dude, are you kidding me? You don't want to jump this? I'm like, come on, dude. Like, and he's like, jump it first. I'm like, oh my gosh.
But it also comes down to I don't ride as much as I'd like to ride. You know what I mean?
So that could be. But so what I think is unique and cool, really cool that you do is what you were saying earlier about how you bring over a bunch of riders and they come over and they and you give them a place to stay. Like how I do want to talk about that, but you might have to start with your racing. You could start wherever you want, you know what I mean? But how did that kind of come about?
Yeah. So I just from the beginning, I'll just go real quick through it. Moved here in 2013. Was trying to qualify for Loretta's. Didn't qualify in 2013 in the C class. Worked hard, did a lot of racing, rode with a lot of good people. 2017, I raced my first pro national, qualified at my first ever one, so that was pretty cool. And then made a few over the years. 2022 was the last one at Paula round. That one was special because my dad was here. So
that was badass. You got cool. A badass photo out of that.
Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah, that was cool. That's why I did Paula this year. I had everybody here. Paula was the first time my mom's ever been to California to watch me race in the 11 years. So I was like, man, I really got to do good here. But, blew it. But what do you do? And then now shifted more of my focus towards because there's a lot of talented kids in Hawaii that work really hard. I would put their work ethic up against anybody else, any other kid racing in their classes. They just don't know, right? Like it's such a big culture shock. Everything is so different from Hawaii. When they come here to race, it's like, there we ride the same track every weekend.
Yeah.
You come here, we got 6 tracks within an hour. So it's just getting them used to that, getting used to the speed that everybody goes out here. I mean, your local C guy is not going slow. Everybody at the track goes fast. So it's like getting them used to that, and just having like a safe space. Like when we go home, we all bullshit and cook dinner and whatever, sit on the couch, and just like we're back in Hawaii. So it's that balance, right, of not making it too serious, but we all work hard, try to keep it fun. 2025, we're definitely gonna ramp up the program a little bit. I definitely want to, these kids can do well, and I know they can, and I see them believing in themselves and seeing like, hey, we can do this, and I'm like, that's what I want to see. So
guys like Ryder Bell,
Ryder's coming back, Brandon Frey's coming back, Jansen, Maddox, he's got to get some shoulder stuff done, but he's gonna eventually come back. But I mean, I want to be a part of these kids going further than I ever have.
Yeah.
And that's cool. Like, I want them to smoke me.
Yeah.
I want them to like, outdo me. Like, don't look at me and be like, oh, that's all we can get to. I want you to pass me.
Yeah.
No,
sure.
that's cool.
But you're paving the way for people that I've never seen anybody do it from Hawaii. I mean, the only real rider that I know, and I think he has to have been from Hawaii, was Clifford Adaptante, the Flying Hawaiian.
Yeah, freestyle guy.
And I'm like trying to think of who else, like in Moto, that has come from Hawaii, and I can't really think of anybody. So like, but you are 100% right. There's talented people for sure that just don't know what to do and navigate the world that is Moto.
Don't have the resources.
Don't have the resources. So like, you give them a place to stay. They'll live with you, they'll train with you, you take them around, you show them where to go. So like, if they do want to come back out and they can't do the program that they were on, and they want to go to Florida or they want to go somewhere else, and then they're less of a shock, you know, if they're doing that. I think it's badass.
And it's cool. It's also not just trying to get them to
keep going. I'm gonna check the camera.
Career out of racing. It's more of like, we learn how to talk to people we don't know. We're around people that are really important in the industry, and you learn how to speak and you learn how to communicate. And then you never know, maybe you could make a living testing motorcycles, or make a living. The way social media is now, there's in 10 years, these kids can figure out how to make money riding their bikes.
Guaranteed.
You know,
whether it's racing or testing or whatever it is. Absolutely.
Yeah. And that's what I've experienced more with my YouTube stuff now. Like, I started it out so that my family could watch what I'm doing on YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, it's the easiest way for me to show them, you know, because text messages don't go through. The videos all
janky.
So, so I just post it on YouTube,
video.
send them the link or whatever. My dad loves it. My mom loves it. So that's pretty cool. And then, just trying to make it to where, you know, maybe if other people see it or whatever, they go, oh, we can relate to that. You know? So that's what makes riding fun again for me. I was honestly getting burnt out. You know, you do the riding, you do the off the bike training, you doing your eating your foods, all this. It kind of gets monotonous.
Hard, dude.
Yeah.
It's like, it's not easy to do all that stuff.
Yeah.
And I mean, obviously you could see from my, slim figure, I adhere to it all the time.
Dude, I'm married to an Italian Mexican.
Yeah, dude. Yeah,
it's
really bad combo.
It's not easy to, even though she actually does eat pretty good, but there's a lot of
you can see it. You can see it in the video, dude. Brian, like, look at the guns, dude. It's big.
Looking good. That's that 75 hard.
Too long.
Yeah, shrunk. Yeah, it's a medium.
Yeah, Andy always sends me mediums.
Yeah. Do you do? Oh, so you with FXR?
Yeah.
Okay, and so you do with Andy and Bobby, or no?
Andy and Brad. Yeah, Brad. Yeah. Brad's a racing guy. Andy.
I met them in Anaheim Supercross. That was the first time I met them.
Yeah, they're
cool.
super cool. Yeah, they've always taken care of me, and they're awesome.
And I will say this, because I have no gear deal officially. The FXR pants, they're like top of the line one.
Yeah,
are amazing.
Yeah,
amazing pants. Like, and their jerseys. I'm sorry, but a lot of jerseys can kind of interchange a little bit, in my opinion. But oh my god, dude, the FXR, real leather and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. Like, it is nice. They make a really good product.
That's the company I would switch to if
FXR.
I do switch.
You're a fly guy.
Gear.
You're a fly guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Fly guy.
Good too.
I like Fly. I've worn them for a long time. I just like their stuff. I don't get paid for it. They don't send me anything. But FXR, if you ask even my wife, whatever I said, I love their stuff.
You know what I like about Fly that I will give credit for them is they are putting in a lot of money into the sport.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You know what I mean? They're trying to kind of give back in the industry, in which I think is pretty freaking rad. But there's Isaac, I think it's Uribe. He trained with you at Milestone.
Yeah, I'm blanking. Sorry, Isaac, I'm blanking on you.
But took lessons from Brian years ago
speed.
At Milestone. 2-4 speed.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
speed.
Isaac.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I know him. Absolute class act, good people. So it was probably a different Brian, is who he's talking about, obviously.
Yeah. This guy's definitely not a class act.
Yeah.
I remember that day meeting Isaac, and we were at Milestone, and
MX Tech Talk.
Yeah. And then 2-4 speed.
I always forget, because he doesn't go by his real name. I talk to him all the time.
Yeah.
And he jokes he will be my financier if he ever wins the lotto. Yeah. He's always joked I will completely have you be the media guy and all this stuff when he wins the lotto and he creates his own team. And I was like, all right, I appreciate that.
No, Isaac's awesome.
Oh, look who showed up. Marshall Tomei.
Hey, 3+ vet class.
That brings me to a very key point here.
Hold on, I'm
Marshall.
Call that. Oh, go ahead.
Marshall and Mike Gomes said that I better wait till I turn 30 because they're both gonna smoke me.
No.
So guess what? They have how many months do we got till December? 6 months? 5 months? I don't know.
Well, it's August.
September, October, November, December. 4 months, dude.
Yeah.
You boys got 4 months.
4 or 5 months.
Ready because the second half of my racing career is just about to get.
All right. Yeah. Seriously. So it's supposed to be my brother and Marshall and me and Brian from Fox teaming up doing a team race. Me and Brian versus him and Marshall.
I'll take Gomes.
Oh, you want to get in on this?
Yeah, I'll take Gomes.
No, I don't know.
Okay,
no.
Yes. Now we got a 3-way.
Now
we got a 3-way. Marshall.
What about a 3-way? No.
Before the camera came on, we were doing a 3-way.
I will tell you right now, you are not doing that with Gomes.
Yes.
Well, actually, I'll take him now because Gomes is hurt.
There'll be 3 vet pros. Me, Brian.
Do you know Marshall's how slow we are? Compared to you guys, are you kidding me?
That's screwed.
Dude, that's not very confident.
No, it's not at all. I'm great with it. Let's do it. I'm
good
with it.
You guys are
Why? It'll be fun. I told him we need to make a video series or just even one video or just a race like that. I think it would be cool.
Yeah.
No.
Road to the showdown.
Road to the showdown.
Okay, wait. No.
I want to do a road to Mammoth. And I said road to Loretta Lynn.
But
I didn't realize how much it took to get to there.
It has. Oh, I don't want to go to Loretta's. Yeah. I'll do Mammoth all day long, but Loretta's, no.
Yeah, I didn't realize it took a lot to get to that, dude.
Yeah, but if you go as a group.
What, to Loretta's?
Yeah.
No,
to race a big group.
I'm talking about racing.
Yeah, I know.
No.
Everybody.
imagine
us. Me, you, Marshall,
23, the media team,
and I'm MXA.
Oh yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I forget. I'm sorry.
But
there's nothing wrong with that.
Like the 3 of us, Marshall and Mike. Imagine if we all qualified for Loretta's.
No, I'm not qualifying for Loretta's.
How do you know?
Because they don't want me there, dude.
I want to
feel bad. They'll feel bad about it.
I'm so down. I want to do it. I think it'd be fun.
My slow ass shows up and smokes all of them. They'll be pissed. They'll be like, "Screw this guy, dude."
Yeah, so show them.
No, I'd rather do Mammoth. Mammoth is more of a party.
I think Mammoth. I think we should do Mammoth next year for sure.
Marshall's losing his mind.
He is.
I tried
just laying on his bed right now.
I told him to send me his email and I'd invite him, but he's not texting me back.
Laying on his bed.
Don't say it, dude. Videos. Don't say it. We were texting about this earlier. We should invite Brian to that chat.
Oh my god,
that chat gets
you'd kick yourself out of the chat.
Now with that attitude.
Yeah, listen, I don't care. I don't care enough to race.
Yeah, Steve Marshall said, "Don't be scared." 23.
Dude, Marshall, text me back and I could get you in on this thing. Unless he's probably laying there on his chair shirtless.
He's probably like, "Hey, Dory, go get me a shirt."
Yeah,
go get me a shirt, Dory. I can't hobble all the way over here.
Where we totally got off. See, this is what I mean. We're freaking.
Who cares? This is
space cadets.
This is just 3 dudes sitting on a couch talking moto.
There's so many jokes I wanted to make. So you have talk about the business side of things for a while because you have Ecolu suspension.
Yep.
And then you also do race prep. Is it just all Ecolu?
Yeah,
for
it's
everything?
all through that. Like race prep, suspension service. I don't really push it.
Yeah,
my
as
whole
much.
Business is I don't push it. Like I've got a
word
good
of mouth.
group of core people. I don't advertise or nothing, and I'm like just
But you do full race prep services, bike regular services. You've done basic ass service for me before.
Yeah, air
like
filter, oil
everything.
change,
No,
whatever,
yeah,
just
bullshit. You didn't do
wash.
that
Yeah.
for me. Don't put that in this freaking video.
Yeah, you did.
I do that.
You do is you wash his bike and filter change, huh?
Yeah,
Oil change.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I
Tighten his
have.
spokes.
You did not.
I know for a fact you have brought your bike to my house dirty, and I do not work on dirty bikes, so I may have courtesy washed it for you. And then I courtesy wash it, and I go, well, I can't put a dirty air filter back in it.
You might be
Clean
right.
his air filter for him.
You might be right, but
You're getting called out right
no,
now, bitch.
I really. Whoa, dude, jeez, calm down. I got
Family
Marshall's. I got Marshall's email, so let me try and inviting him. I don't remember that happening. I will tell you that.
Well, I've only been working on your stuff since like before COVID.
I know that's true.
I
You
can't
for
believe it's
sure
been
worked
that
on
long.
a dirty bike.
Can I? How do I do this? I don't know. How
I
I'm
actually
gonna
do
send
want
this link.
you to get my suspension or not do my suspension.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
should.
I need you to do all that.
sure.
I just need to.
No, you know what
I
you
just
need to do?
make it happen.
No, you know what he needs to do before he does suspension? He needs to get the thing taken apart and actually prepped correctly. That's
Oh,
what
yeah,
he
you
needs
do
to
that
do.
too.
Greased it yet?
No.
Dude, I literally took apart a 2025 Cowie today, and that thing was bone dry. I mean,
Yeah.
the driest I've
We'll
ever
talk
seen.
after.
Yeah,
And just maybe just give you my bike. Do what
after
you need
this
to do.
weekend or whatever, and then we just take care
Yeah.
of it, whatever.
'Cause I do need to get that stuff done.
Oh, and I'm trying to send Marshall this link. I don't know if it's going to work though. What are you doing, dude? Oh, yeah, sick.
What are you doing?
I love iPhones. It copied the link. I was having a hard time doing it. Great radio, by the way.
I'm glad it's you and Marshall trying to figure out how to do this because I
Well,
just figured out how to work an email on my phone.
No shit.
Dude,
Really?
I'm not tech savvy at all.
These boys from Kauai, I tell you. He's Kauai, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say I was pretty sure it's from. All right. So if he joins, we'll have him come on. And then how'd you get set up with MXA? Like, how did that come about?
So when I moved to California, I originally lived in Northern California. I lived up there for 6 months, and then a buddy of mine was doing trips down here, and I came with him, and he ended up staying at Dennis Stapleton's house.
Yeah, Stapo. Yeah.
And I got to know Staple, and he's
Solid
like,
dude.
He's like,
Yeah.
well, if you want to stay, I got work that you could do, and I'm like, okay, sweet. So started working with him. He let me stay at his house, and eventually got my own place, got my own house now, and yeah, that's basically just a quick rundown of how it all started. Yeah. If it wasn't for Stapo, MXA, I wouldn't be here.
Is that how you got first into doing Suzuki's? Or no?
No.
Like with them?
No.
Okay.
I that was so funny thing is that in end of 2013, I started testing with MXA. And in 2013, that was the first time I've ever ridden a bike that was of that current year.
Really?
Yeah, I never ridden a bike like say it's 2024 now.
Yeah.
I'd never ridden a 2024.
Right.
I'd always have like 2 or 3
2 or 3 years older.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you've just stuck with them since. Loyal to you, you're loyal to them.
No,
Yeah,
he bounced on
I
her.
won't ever leave MXA.
Oh, I meant the bike. I meant
Oh.
Suzuki, not MXA.
Oh,
yeah. So you've done that, and then you had the training aspect. I mean, we went through some drama. Yeah. How long ago was it when all the bikes?
Oh, and my bikes got stolen.
Yeah.
Such a sad.
Bro,
That was almost 2 years. ago
social
now.
media went on a manhunt with you.
And they
could
found 'em.
not-
And we found the
I
bikes.
could not believe that.
You
Dude,
found them?
My phone stopped working because of all the support and
Yeah.
everything. Like the phone shut off, and I was freaking out. Now my phone don't work. I'm like, I'm trying to track this guy down, and then
So if you're
Dude.
not, if you're don't understand what
I
we're
don't really
talking
want to
about,
say where they were from though.
no, you don't have to.
You know what I mean?
So you had a bunch of bikes. How many were stolen?
my race
just two,
bike
right?
and
Yeah.
another race bike.
Yeah, so 2
race
bikes were stolen
yeah.
out of your garage.
Yeah.
And you posted it in the morning that you had a video or something like that of the
Yeah.
truck or whatever.
Yeah, it was all the way in Irvine.
Yeah.
like,
And that was the first lead that we had. And then I remember, dude, literally following it the one day of like somebody would get an update
yeah.
and like they would send you the video and then you would post the video.
Mhm.
You know, dude, it was freaking,
And then
it was crazy.
We ended up going to that neighborhood that video was at, knocking on all the doors, asking if
Yeah.
they had Ring doorbell videos or whatever that they'd show us. And some of the people were really cool. And I was always like 2 steps behind
Right.
like the dude, like a couple hours. Oh, you just missed them. Oh, you just missed them. Like, man, come on.
Where did you find them at?
So funny
looked like it was in
story
a
is,
desert.
we were getting ready to leave. We were leaving in a day or two for Arizona Open, and the kid bike that got stolen with mine was racing Arizona Open.
That's right.
So I'm like, that's what I felt the most bad about. I'm like, dude, this kid came all the way here. Like, now he doesn't have a bike to ride. So we're trying to sort him out a bike to ride. And then I was just like, dude, if I don't race, I don't really care.
Yeah.
And then a good buddy of mine, Jerry Davis, was like, I'll be at your house in 20 minutes. I'll drop off my YZ252 stroke. You can race it. I'm like, okay. So I want to say it's like 9:30, 10 o'clock. We're at this point, we're like, I don't know. We're going to have to leave for Arizona, you know, because I have an obligation. I'm not going to say, no, we all have to stay home.
Yeah, right.
I'm like, no, I'm still taking you guys racing. And it was like 9:30, 10 o'clock. And Andrew Older from Dirt Rider, I think he does stuff for. He called me. He's like, hey, your bike has Hoosier tires on it, right? And I'm like, yeah, why? He's like, I just pulled onto the freeway behind this truck and trailer.
Yeah.
And the guy had it tarped, but it wasn't tied down to where it was flapping open. And you could see a yellow fender and the Hoosier tire.
No freaking way.
Yeah. So I'm like, where are you right now? And I'm like, share your location with me right now. He's like, do you want me to call the cops? I'm like, no, don't call the cops. I want to get to him first.
Yeah.
But he ended up calling the cops. The cops tracked him down. Dude, I made it from my house, which I'm not going to disclose the location, but it's normally a 30-minute drive to Temecula. May or may not have made it there in 14 minutes.
Yeah. We're not gonna criminally like.
Yeah, and dude, we were there, and dude, the cops already had him. Dude, wasn't he a crackhead or something? A bag full of like fentanyl, needles, 18 purses, like my bike, the kid's bike, 73s, all kinds of stuff. Hold on, I may have to hear. Hold on, Marshall, to hear
this
you.
Freaking guy.
Audio. I may have to change.
Wow. I hope nobody ever gets to experience that.
No, I've had my vehicle stolen with all my tools in it. Right?
Oh, damn, dude.
I woke up one morning and my truck was gone. I never leave my tools in my truck, but that night I did, and I woke up, it was gone. So I get the way you're feeling because I was devastated.
Yeah.
You see who joined the podcast. Good old Marshmallow was on episode 1 and never was on an episode again. What's up?
What's up, ladies?
Yeah.
That's because he's too cool, dude. He doesn't like to show up.
I know. I don't know how to change this.
Can't hear you, buddy.
Yeah, I can't hear you, pal. What are you doing?
He put his headphones in and you couldn't hear anything. There you are. There he's not. He's gone.
Yeah, you're gone, bud.
Turn your phone sideways.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Turn your phone sideways. There you go. Hey.
Better?
So,
it's good enough.
So what's up? You want to get smoked by Brian or what?
I tuned in at the right time, man. We already had this conversation with him.
No.
Him and Gomes have 4 months to prepare.
Yeah, let's go, dude.
I got 4 months to try and walk first.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. That's true. I can actually say that I will probably beat him on his first ride back.
Yeah.
I'll put money on that.
Marshall, I will 100% agree with you that there's no chance. Is that Tori?
Time out. I got a kid crying.
Look at him. He's walking.
No, I'm not. I'm fucking
yes, dude.
You gotta go to the front yard, bro.
Hey, at least you're moving. Hey, if you fall out of that wheelchair right now, I'm sorry, but I will die laughing.
Oh, of course he's gonna lose internet too when he goes outside.
Probably.
The what?
He's wheeling right now.
There you go. Yeah. All right. So
what's up? You want to get smoked?
That's all I do now. I don't got anything else to do.
Yeah, besides send us memes.
You what?
I said, what's up? You want to get smoked or what?
Dude, you will not beat me the first ride back.
I don't care, but Brian will.
Well, yeah. I got like a lap, maybe 2 laps. It's starting.
Yeah. It's a two lapper.
Hey, so what is this about you waiting for Brian to get all tired and then jumping behind him on a moto, and so you could stay with him at the same speed? What's up with that?
You guys got to learn some tricks. That's how you got to do it. You got to wait until he's like 25, 30 minutes in.
Hey, I cut the track all the time. You know that.
I do too.
And then hop in, and then he probably still catch me eventually, or
Well, then he hops in, and I look at my watch, and I'm like, 25 minutes. I'm like, you're kidding. I'm like, I got 5 minutes left. But then I don't want to just ride with him for 5 minutes, because then he's gonna say, "See, you pulled off."
Yeah.
So I just keep going, and I'm like, at one point, I almost ran out of gas. We were on the track for so long.
Did you?
I think we almost went for like an hour. I'm like, well, I've got to be getting pretty low, dude.
Yeah. Last time I raced Brian, at least I got a good start, and I stayed out front for like maybe half a lap before he caught me on a 250.
Yeah, that was at
Glen Helen.
Oh,
yeah, that Mammoth qualifier.
He said it was at
they
Glen Helen.
combined. Yeah, they combined his class with my 250 Pro class.
Oh, they did.
And then he hole shotted me.
No, I think it was a Saturday MX one.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was.
But that makes
it was
that
Saturday
makes sense.
MX or one of them.
He's on a 450, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was on
So I
the
mean,
stock 250.
yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just the 250, 450 inner.
He looks back, sees it's me, and then all of a sudden his gas got real wide. All of a sudden, couldn't hit dial. Like, he's picking up on all my lines. He's like, he knows if he cuts me off going up the hill, I won't get him. He's like, just puts the bike in the right spot. I'm like, Mark's fucking good racecraft.
Oh yeah, he knows.
Yeah. You really.
I just don't got the stamina.
Nah, you got the stamina. You're the only person I know that has ridden a moto and ridden their bike out of gas.
That's like, scary, dude.
Yeah, he's gotten to the point where he had to push his bike back because he was out of gas. I'm like, dude, like, what are you doing?
I was pissed because I didn't do good.
Yeah, well,
I have a bad story about running out of gas.
You have a quick shift story too that you told me about that you almost died.
Oh yeah.
That's
scary.
Yeah, you're like, you were the reason I've never used quick shift on my bike.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah,
I don't like it. But it was 2000 whenever the new Yamaha 450 came out, the 2018 or 2019, something like that. Or at one point throughout testing or whatever, the bike had ran out of gas at one point.
Yeah.
So we just put gas in it, like any other bike. Well, triple step up at Kahia. Full tank of gas. Going up there, you're pretty wide open on a 450 to make it. Bike shuts off on the lip like it runs out of gas. Fuel pump shut off. Oh, just dead sailor all the way up that thing.
You did? Did you make it to the top?
Yeah, I made it to the top. I knocked myself silly, ripped my pants, broke my knee brace.
Ooh.
Didn't break any bones, but couldn't.
You're done.
Yeah, I was out.
So yeah, Marshmallow is eventually, whenever you ride again, we'll have to go to Loretta's. We'll have to do something. And I don't think we're gonna have anything for you. You're gonna have to race the class ahead, like all that kind of stuff. Like even with Robbie racing you the first time back, it ain't happening. I'll tell you that right now.
Bro, you know that.
Yeah, but Brian said that he's racing 30 plus with us next year in Mammoth.
He is, dude.
No,
he'll race you dirty.
No, I know.
Yeah.
But him and Gomes were like, yeah, Mammoth is when we're gonna smoke you when you're 30. So I mean, well, you got 4 months till I'm 30, and then they got from January till Mammoth to get ready.
I got your time, bro.
I haven't seen. Go ahead, Marshall.
I'm banking on trying to get back on the bike, maybe like probably December, maybe.
Ooh.
So right when you turn 30.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's coming back. So
yeah.
But then I got like 5 months to get on it.
You'll be fine, dude. By January, February, you'll be running back to where you were before.
Yeah, maybe we'll see. But Gomes, nah. Not that guy.
Gomes is faster than I thought he was going to be. I remember when I first saw him ride, I was like, "Damn, dude, he actually shot pretty good."
Yeah, he rides really well.
Yeah.
He rides really well.
Oh my gosh, the audio.
He gets good starts.
Yeah.
He's got that XPR ECU. That's why.
Yeah, he does.
I haven't even been able to ride with it though.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you haven't. All right, I'm hanging up on you because it is getting a bad echo.
Yeah, we gotta close it up pretty soon.
I told you to come down, man. You could have been on it live.
Well, we were gonna go ride BMX, and then that didn't happen. So
who's we?
Here.
His family.
My daughter.
Yeah,
my daughter.
All right.
All right. I'll talk to you.
Bye,
All right,
bud.
later. How do I
Later.
kick him out of the studio? I've
Just
never had to
stay
do
on.
this. Oh, there we go. Okay. There we go. All right. And then so what else have we've covered pretty much everything with you and like how you're kind of doing, like the future plans you've already touched on.
Yeah.
You know, like all that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Questions, Suzuki.
Oh,
questions?
dude, it's all 90% of it was one of them was, what was the biggest shock or the biggest like come to Jesus moment when you first came over from Hawaii to here, like with Moto? Like what was that first moment where you kind of realized you didn't really know nothing about Moto, like compared to like just being at home or whatever? That was a good one, but everything else is Suzuki.
Ruts.
Oh,
I've never seen a rut until I came to California. I'm like, what are we supposed to do with these things? Like, I'm used to like bowl berms and, you know, blowing it up and whatnot. And I'm like, what do you mean? I got to ride my bike through that?
Yeah, trust me. That's me every single weekend. Like, so I know, I get that.
Yeah.
I understand that. I'm like, what the hell are these ruts, dude?
Yeah, I
Like,
used to avoid ruts at all costs. Now I make myself take them just so I can get better at
I
them.
complain if there's no ruts.
Dude.
God, what are we supposed to turn on?
yeah, but you can.
How am I supposed to turn these handlebars?
What's your thoughts on the Honda? That was the other question. I'm trying to ask you stuff that wasn't just Suzuki.
Yeah, it's a very good Honda.
Did you ride the 24?
25.
No, but did you ride the 24?
Yes.
And so is it better?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's good.
It's better. I honestly need more time on it to really see if we can break it, see if we can
put it through
something. Yeah, take it to Paula where it's softer and try there. Or Fox Raceway, sorry.
I know. Sorry, Brian.
Brian Wallace.
But I just want to ride it at some different tracks before I give it a full review. But it is a better Honda.
That's good to know.
You're gonna switch, huh?
We'll see.
I'm thinking about it, but I not yet.
It's different, right? When you get to do all the bikes back to back, that's when you can really pick them apart. Like every bike nowadays is so good, even the Suzuki. But it's like when we get to do it back to back, we get to really nitpick and pick them apart. Especially when we do like our MXA recommended settings. Obviously, my settings not going to work for everybody. So I find my settings for me, this is for the people that are at this level. And then I also ride the bike, like, because I also do suspension. So I come up with my own settings for multiple different skill levels. So I'm like, okay, if I was a vet guy going this speed, I ride the bike like a vet guy, maybe brake at a different point, get on the gas at a different point to see how the bike reacts. But to remember that, to get into that mindset of riding for someone else is very difficult. That's why I give like Tickle and all those guys so much credit.
Testing.
Like,
I'd be
really hard to do.
I'd be terrible at testing. I really am. Dude, I don't know how some of these guys are so good at they can jump on the bike like you and you'd be like, okay, this is what the bike does here and here. Phyllis, some of the things some people say, I'm like, I didn't even notice. That. Yeah. You know what I mean? But
I think it comes from my experience of being on both ends of it, right? Being a test rider and being a suspension guy. I know, okay, your bike's kicking. Well, are you on the gas or off the gas? Right. The brake or off the brake? Yeah. Where is it kicking?
Okay.
And so it's like, now I can think about that when I ride and I'm like, oh, okay, it kicks when I'm off the gas at this point. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then I've been recently doing a lot of testing with Chad at XPR. And oh man, map testing, I tell you what, like those tuners, they go through it, man. Really? They go through it. I mean, we're down to making 1% changes on a scale that's massive. And I'm getting to the point where now I could feel that difference.
Right.
It's like, so you're really just nitpicking, because with a Vortex, you can map every RPM, everything, like, okay, it does this at this RPM at this amount of throttle.
So that's different. That's different than what like the thing that comes with on bikes where you can change settings and stuff like that. That's completely different.
Yeah. Okay. Like the ones, like all the bikes that come with like the iPhone apps and stuff, they'll
that's what his bike has now.
They'll have parameters to where, obviously they're not going to let you do a drastic change where your bike will blow up and then it's a lawsuit. Like, that app allowed me to do it. Yeah. So like the Vortex and stuff, it's the best way to do it is get a Vortex. You either go to Jamie or Chad at XPR, just have them do it, and it's a whole different motorcycle for sure.
And then, have you read the Triumph yet?
Yes, I did.
Do you like it?
I will not disclose.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm actually really curious about that.
No, we could ask him off camera. Have you ridden any Starks or anything?
Stark, yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah,
Ryan, Ritter?
yeah,
you were. Oh, wait, was I there when you wrote it? Was that the day that dude flipped over the double and you almost hit him? Were you there?
No,
or was that that might have been Jerry Robin?
Yeah,
I'm thinking of
a different day.
Okay,
yeah, it was at Kahia. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I was really
that
surprised.
bike would be cool to ride.
That bike
because
surprised
I ride
me.
a lot of electric bikes like the Surrounds and Rars, whatever. We mess around with the kids. So with Ryan's, he was like, "Oh, just be careful. It's got the handbrake," but it felt like just a really fast Surround. That it's different, right? Because the first time I got on it, I like gassed it in the air and almost like looped it, and then you hit the brakes and the thing just straight down. And you're like, okay, this is different.
That was the first thing that I noticed when I rode it, because I always kind of chop the throttle in the air just for fun or whatever. And I remember the first time I did it, I really thought the bike was going to go away from me.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And then I got all timid. I'm like, I don't want to do that again.
Yeah.
I would have loved to ride one set up for me. Yeah. And with the foot brake, I know, and Ritter's talked about this before. He said, like, if you spend a lot of time on it, you would actually prefer the handbrake.
Yeah.
But to me, anytime I was ever in an oh shit moment, I stopped my foot and there's nothing there, and so like that was always kind of sketchy. But they're super cool. But Corey asked that question. Corey Smith, he wanted to know if you rode a Stark, and I actually thought about that too.
Yeah, they're super fun. I mean, I wouldn't ever probably just have one full time. I don't think I would just have like a normal dirt bike and a Stark.
Just for fun.
And but they're a lot of fun. I mean, the technology on them is unreal. Like the one thing that really impressed me was the traction.
Oh, way better.
The amount of traction you have on the rear wheel is insane.
It was easier for me to corner than any bike I've ever been on.
Yeah,
by far.
Yeah.
And it was kind of weird.
There's no inertia, right? There's no piston going up and down trying to pull you back into a straight line. So you can get your lean angle and just keep it there with the throttle.
It's
true.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not like a pro at this, obviously, but like there was a section on the vet track where you can come around a corner and then you can triple out before a table. It was like and there's like a few rollers, but you could triple or double, or you could single and then double.
Yeah.
And I came around it and I didn't think I was going to get that good of traction around the corner. And I did. And I went around it and I actually ended up casing the triple because I was going around the corner so fast.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, so the next time I went around it, I just went at it full speed and jumped it no problem.
Yeah.
And then I remember trying to do it on my KTM and I'm like, it is not as easy for me to get around this corner as it was on the Stark. If they came to me and were like, hey, we're going to give you a Stark, I would ride it 100% all the time. And I wouldn't ride any other bike. I love it that much. But if I had to buy one, I don't think that I would buy a Stark over another bike.
Normal. Yeah.
Yeah. Not yet.
Yeah.
Maybe soon, but not yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a lot of people hate on it, but it's just another avenue to get more people into the sport.
I
maybe
agree.
Somebody wants to, everyone looks at the negative, oh, it's so gay or whatever. But what if there's a 50-year-old, 60-year-old dude that wants to get into the sport, like has ridden their bikes in the past, but maybe can't work on his own bike or doesn't have the funds to take his bike to get worked on all the time. It's like, the Stark's another option to where those guys can still go ride motorcycles. But
I think they're
still
great.
Spending money in the industry. They're still buying gear. They're still buying chains. They're still buying tires, tubes, grips, whatever, bars. Yeah, maybe they're not buying engine oil and stuff, but they're out riding the dirt bike, and that's at the end of the day, that's all that.
But
really matters.
what would be really sad is they're not buying the absolute best fuel on the market, ETS racing fuel. You're aren't you ETS guy?
Yeah.
I want to say you're ETS too.
MX-21 all day.
So I've wait, is that that's our mid
stuff?
No, that's a high.
Yeah.
Oh, I run MX-18.
Yeah, MX-18 is really good.
Yeah,
too.
so I run the MX-18. I haven't raced with the 21 stuff yet.
Yeah, you can't be the best if you don't run ETS.
Dude,
that is a tagline and a half right there.
ETS slogan right now.
Oh man, I wish I had that fuel can in here right now.
I'll go get it.
No, don't, because you messed with a torch last time we did this, like in person. No, we're not doing that. I'm not bringing the fuel in my house. But it was really good chatting with you, talking with you, learning, all sorts of different things. I'm really happy, like I said, all the stuff that you're doing for the people from Hawaii. I've told you this, and I genuinely mean it.
Yeah.
You could ask Ruth. it is my favorite place on earth. That is not my house.
Yeah.
Like, and my home.
Yeah.
Like, I love Hawaii, dude.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I know it's different for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We went together.
Yeah, we went to Maui.
But it's, oh my gosh, so beautiful, dude. And what you've been able to accomplish over here and making it for yourself, like American as American can be, you know, like you're doing it the right way. And I'm super proud of you, super happy for you. And it's just really cool to see. So
yeah. I mean, that's the other thing too, right? Is getting the kids out of that box, getting them out of that comfort zone, like realizing that Hawaii is always going to be there. It's not going anywhere. But I always say, be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like getting out of the elements and stuff. So also helps keep them out of trouble. You know, sometimes you're on an island, you run out of things to do, and the only thing left to do is bad stuff. So I mean, their bikes have saved me from a lot of dark places. So I like to keep that up and spread it to the next generation.
Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, Roberto?
No, that's it.
Corey want to know if you've ridden a beta.
Yes.
Any comment?
I did not like it.
Okay, there you go. There's your answer.
But they are making improvements, so we will see in 2025.
Yeah.
So do you think Colt's going to do better on the Zook then?
Oh, we never talked about that. I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, maybe because that team is really solid. Like, I mean, that team is awesome. Like, every time I got to interact with, because they did a lot of the RM Army ride days, so I got to chat with them and stuff, and their bike is unreal. Like, I got to ride Kenny's bike. Obviously, it's not set up for me, but you know, that level of Suzuki is really competitive.
Yeah.
So I think he's gonna do well, to be honest with you.
I think so too.
I want him to do well. He's been super nice to me.
Yeah.
Like super cool to me.
Colt's a great guy.
Yeah. All right. I think we'll end it there. And it's kind of funny. I don't really know how to end this with this whole stream thing or whatever.
Put some music on.
Well, I want to thank some
people. Oh
yeah,
go do it. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Shout everybody out.
Thank you to MXA. Obviously, without you guys, I wouldn't be here. AEO, they've been helping me out with deals on parts, and got my Husky from there. So
that's where I bought my bike.
Yeah. Everybody there is super cool. Pasha's been a long time sponsor of mine. Bill at Steel Core, he always takes care of me.
Billy's cool.
And dude, just everybody that helps me out, everybody that donated, helped me get to Washougal. That was rad. FXR, 911 Coffee, Alpine Stars.
Shout out Alpine Stars.
Arai helmets, X-Brand goggles. Just everybody that helps me out. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
23 Media, obviously.
Go buy some merch.
What does Pasha do? Because that dude seems like he's loaded and just always giving out money.
No, he's a construction company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. That makes sense.
Yeah, he's a grinder. He works real hard in the background and stuff. So yeah, he's always willing to help me. So it's always been cool. So
it's solid. It's good to have solid people around you.
Yeah, for sure.
But, all right. No. See, it's like one of those things. Okay. All right. So we're going to end it. Now I kind of know how to end it and everything. But seriously, thank you. Thank you for being on it.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you for having me. For sure.
When we riding next?
Next weekend.
Are you? No, you're riding Glen Helen tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow I'm at GH. I'm pretty open for Saturday. Sunday.
I'll hit you up. If you need training, hit up Brian. Yeah. All right. That's it.
I know I do.
Yeah, we all do. But thank you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening.
Don't forget to buy some merch.
Buy some merch.
Enter for the giveaway bike.
Yep.
Yeah, that thing is pretty sweet.
There you go.